Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to introduce Zoom's screen share feature. I'm going to talk about its advantages and its limitations. So if you are a host or a co-host in a Zoom meeting, you have the option to share your screen with everyone in the Zoom meeting. So to do that, you just click Share Screen down here, and this window will pop up. And by default, it'll look like this. It'll be in basic mode. You'll have the option to share computer sound, which usually you'll want to do. And you'll have the option to optimize screen share for video clip. That's great. And then you can just share whatever specific screen you want. It can be a screen that looks like that, if you'd like. Or if you want to play back an audio file for everybody in Zoom to hear, there's a couple different ways you can go about doing that. You can share your iTunes screen, you can share a GarageBand screen, or a digital audio workstation screen like Logic or Pro Tools, and you can play back and people will hear the sound, and that's how you can do it. There's another feature I want to show you though. When you press screen share and click on advanced, you actually have the option to share just music or computer sound only. So what's nice about that is that people will hear sound coming out of your computer, but they won't see your computer screen, and your view of people's faces will not change. And so that's also a really nice option. There are a number of limitations, though, to using the screen share feature. I actually don't recommend it for sharing videos with people in Zoom, even though there's that little checkmark box to optimize for video playback. I find that there are just too many variables involved in ensuring that the video and audio quality is good, that the video and audio are lined up properly, and that there's no weird like skipping or things happening. You know, in order for that to really function correctly and optimally, you need a really solid internet connection the whole time. Your users need a really solid internet connection. Your computer needs to be running in an optimal way. And you know, if any of those variables and more are a little bit off, then the video is not going to play back very well. So what I would suggest instead is a really great website called Watch Together. It's Watch, and then the number 2, and then Gather. It's w2g.tv. It is super easy to create a room. It's almost like a Zoom room, but it's, instead of being focused on people's faces, it's focused on specific videos, and you don't even have to be a member to just start a new room. It takes 10 seconds. You share the link. You can share the link in the Zoom chat if you want to, and then people in your Zoom meeting can just click on the link, and they're part of this other room in their browser, and you can link to YouTube videos or you know, lots of videos from elsewhere on the web, and you press play, and when you press play, everybody, you know, watches it at the same time, and then, you know, the only variable that is affecting playback are, you know, if someone's individual internet connection is too slow to buffer the video, but that's like really never a real problem. So so that's a much better way to view videos together, rather than you know, relying on screen share. There are also a number of limitations, even when you're just trying to share audio using the Zoom screen share function. It's fine for just kind of casually, you know, playing something. Oh, I've got a file on my computer. Let me play it back for you, and you can hear it from beginning to end. It's totally fine for that. But if you're doing anything more complicated than that, like if you want to sing along over Zoom with the backing track, that's not going to work because of latency problems. And I am going to demonstrate that in just a moment. And in a separate video, I will show you how you can overcome those problems. So I'm now using Zoom's screen record feature so that I can better demonstrate some of the limitations of Zoom's screen share function. So right now I'm going to start to use the share screen feature, and I'm just going to share music or computer sound only, and I'm going to play back a track in iTunes, and I'm going to clap along with it, and you're going to hear that my clapping is not on beat. And the reason for that is not because I'm clapping wrong. I know how to clap on beat, but the problem is the latency associated with sharing audio over Zoom using the screen share feature. So take a look. All right. So if you ever want to try to, sing along or play along with a track that you're playing on iTunes or on a DAW like Logic Pro X, it's not going to work just using the basic screen share feature in Zoom because of the latency. So I'm actually going to show you in a different video how you can get around that, but you can't use the basic share screen feature to do it. The latency makes it impossible, basically. Now what I want to do is I want to share my Logic screen with you, and I'm going to show you what you need to do in Logic in order to get the audio to be heard. You go Logic Pro X, Preferences, Audio, and you just have to make sure that your input and output device are set to Zoom audio device. Now right away you're going to see something here that I've got my buffer size set at the lowest possible setting, which usually results in the shortest latencyc, and you'll see that it is still over 30 milliseconds. If I go higher to something reasonable, it only gets worse, right? 1024, it's it's over 70 milliseconds. It's crazy. So so that is just the reality. You've got latency issues. If you have an idea to put a microphone into your interface and set it up on a channel strip so that you can put reverb on your mic and be able to use that during a live Zoom session, have everybody hear you, it's not going to happen. It's not going to work. The latency is just going to make it impossible to do, but it's totally fine if you just want to play back stuff in Logic, if you want to show different things that you're doing, different menus that you're opening here like this, if you want to show what you can do in Logic, totally fine for that, or playing back something simple like here. Take a listen. Okay, so it sounds fine, it looks fine, but again, if I wanted to try to sing along or play along with this, if I wanted to, put my guitar through my interface and set it up through Logic's built-in amp so that you can hear, that sound of the guitar, it will not work because of latency issues. But again, I'm going to show you in a separate video how you can do that. It's just you cannot do it through the simple share screen feature. You have to do something else. So I hope that this has been helpful anyway in the meantime, and I will see you next time.